Hey, it's Rosemary Nonny here. How are you doing? Okay, so tell me, why is it so important to you to be powerless? I know you don't really think about it that way. I know you don't realize that that's what you keep doing to yourself. You just know that you've not got what you want. And so you kind of created a theology around it that keeps you down. You know what? I did that too. I couldn't reconcile my, experience of life with what I felt I was born to live. And so I made a religion of my suffering. And anyone that disagreed with me was obviously going straight to hell and had to be corrected and put back on the right path because, of course, they were deluded. Okay? Instead of me taking courage with both hands and asking the hard questions, I remained powerless against a God and a world, a universe that seemed determined to put me down. And being that powerless, and pleading with God to have my best life, being that person was too weak. That person was just too weak to do what it took to face down opposition and determined to get what I wanted out of life. It was easier to pretend to be selfless. It was easier to pretend to be humble. It was easier to be poor and broke because then I wouldn't have to do the hard things, And I see so many spiritual types falling and recreating this particular fallacy and being all judgmental about it as well because, of course, their way or the highway. Okay? And they're not very happy, so no one else should be happy either. After all, we've made a theology of our unhappiness. Okay? And what nonsense is that, really? And what a loss, because powerless people, they do remain broke. And powerless people definitely don't change lives. Powerless people don't create wealth. Powerless people do not change the world. They remain whiny instead of facing up to the fact that if anything is to be, then it's up to me. Powerless people never get what they want and they blame others instead of doing the very thing they're expecting some rich, powerful person to come do for them. Powerless people don't change lives. They don't impact the world and they do nothing worth remembering, okay? And that is fine if that's what you want. But if you feel a passion burning within you for things to change, you have to accept that you are created a whole lot more powerful than the way you're living currently. And as some dude in the Spider-Man thing says, with great power comes great responsibility, man. You can't pretend to be weak and that life is just kind of happening to you. You can't settle for a semblance of success, kinda, when knowing deep inside that you're not at all fulfilling the calling on your life. You can no longer continue to believe lies about whether it's moral to get rich or not. You can no longer passively go through life looking holier than thou, but making absolutely no waves as you wait for someone else to do the work that you are born to do. Oh, for goodness sake, I get tired. I get tired of listening to the whiny, moany norms who complain about the world, the rich people, the economy, and then they do absolutely nothing to be their own best self. They don't see that the very thing that annoys them the most is exactly what they are created to sort out, man. I get pretty tired of listening to people begging and pleading with God to make their life work when they themselves have all the power if they would just face their fears and choose to claim the life they want. It's time to stop waiting for a savior and take on the role of savior. You've been imbued with all power, all wisdom, everything you need to win at this life. So please, as Eminem says, the great rap star says, will the real you please stand up, man? Yes, I understand that you've been surrounded by norms since birth, and so you do need to deliberately put yourself in a place where you're surrounded by people who are ready and willing to step up and lead, where you're surrounded by mentors, coaches who are dead set on seeing you live out the very best of yourself. Because as you do that, then the world is served, man. And for that reason and many, many, many more, the Deliberate Millionaire is here for you. It's to snap you out of your small thinking, to snap you out of your victim-y tendencies. And I know you're not even aware that that you're being a bit of a victim because it's the norm for a lot of the people around you. So you think that's just the normal way to think. To help you choose to be a deliberate millionaire, a spiritual warrior, a person of influence that changes things. I know that on the surface you're doing okay, but you know that there is more to you, but until now you've held back for whatever reason you can give me. It is time for you to live a powerful life. It is time for you to use your strength to create and grow a business that changes lives and creates a whole lot of wealth, because only powerful people make money. And that, honey, is you if you'll just step up. Are you ready? You need to pop over to rosemarynonny.com/deliberate millionaire and start now to fight to create the life, the business you want, because why ever not, man? Okay, Until the next time, bye.